Hey guys, so it's day one of this 30-day challenge that I decided last night that I was going to do. And as you probably heard in that video, I'm sharing with you in a diary form style video what is coming up for me on the path as I continue to choose to live in alignment with my heart's calling, with my soul's calling, and really choosing to view my life through what my body, my soul, and my intuition is calling me to do versus what my mind may convince me or try to steer me to do out of fear. I have been having this idea on my heart for a little while and I just haven't started it. And that's mainly because my mind was judging the idea and saying, why would anyone want to hear that? What's the point in making that? But I'm glad that I am making it because if nothing else, I think that it will be interesting and fun to kind of watch this back for myself to see the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs that I go through in a month, and just to see where I'm at a month from now based on all the things that I felt through. Today so far, I have felt a roller coaster, not a huge, drastic, crazy roller coaster, but I'm dog sitting right now. So I woke up this morning and did all the morning chores that come with dog sitting and house sitting. And then I took some time to sit out by the pool and I was really feeling like I needed some clarity. And I was hoping that by taking that time, the clarity would come through. And I took my journal out there, but it didn't. And I think that that's kind of common is that when we want the clarity and when we're waiting for it with our journal and pen ready, literally, that was me this morning, it maybe doesn't come. And then I got a text from a family member that kind of triggered me, and it wasn't anything crazy, but I had this feeling come up within myself of like, oh, they don't believe that I'm capable, or they don't believe that I'm enough, or that I'm in a good place or whatever. Like all these stories came up based on a simple text, like a one-line text that was just checking in with me and reminding me about something. And because they were reminding me about it, my ego went into like, oh, they don't think that I know or that I'm capable of doing that on my own. They think that I'm like dropping the ball. And so I had some unease come up around that, and I felt just a little bit annoyed, and I realized that it had nothing to do with that person. It had more to do with me and my own ways of judging myself. And the only reason that I thought that they were judging me is because maybe I'm still judging myself, or I am wanting approval from others and assuming that I don't have it. So that was a little bit of like a lower moment, I would say, during today, but I did come out of it, and just through being present with it and then allowing it to kind of float out and through the other side, eventually it didn't feel so extreme within my system. But I feel like the most prominent thing that came up today is something that I was journaling on, and that's what I want to dive into with you. As I was journaling, I wrote down who told me that I needed to be anywhere other than where I am right now. Who told me that at 26 years old, I needed to be doing something different than what I'm doing right now? The truth is, no one in particular told me that, but for some reason, there's this part of me that feels unsatisfied, and not only unsatisfied, but compares me to an image that I was sold by society, by the norm, and by what this cookie cutter mold shows us to do. So it's not really something that someone else ever told me that I needed to be doing something different than what I'm doing right now. But yet there's this feeling in my body that worries that I'm not doing the right thing or that I'm not on the right path. And as I sat with that and just journaled through it, I started asking myself, do I even want anything different than what I have right here, right now, in this very moment? And when I'm super present with myself, I'm actually very grateful for where I am. Sure, maybe it doesn't look like what I expected myself to be doing at 26, but again, where did that expectation come from? And that's really what I'm sitting with is, are these my expectations, my desires for myself, or are they otherwise imposed by some outside force? Not even force, but some outside script of what life is meant to look like? Or is it even just my ego trying to convince me that because I don't have X amount of money or a certain stable job that I'm falling short? And so as I sat with that, it really awoke something within me that reminded me of how good my life is right here, right now. And by constantly wishing for something else and constantly feeling like I need to run towards something else, do more work to get somewhere else, put in more effort, put in more time, put in more energy to get somewhere else, I'm missing out on what is right here, right now. Currently, me, Nicole, 26 years old, living my life. And the life that I'm living is so beautiful. And I'm sure that if you take a moment to tune into your life, to count your blessings, you'll see that your life has a lot of beauty in it too. I am currently in between jobs. And when I say that because that's what society can understand. But to be honest with you, I've always been in between jobs. And it's because I'm constantly choosing based on what my body is excited by in the moment. And I've radically chosen to not live by the societal script that at one time I believed was the only way or just what adults did. So instead, I've chosen to take paths that are more untraditional, and I've done a lot of different things in life. And I haven't had, I don't even, I wouldn't even say that I'd have had one traditional job. They've all been a little bit entrepreneurial or a little bit out of the box. And that is the part that sometimes I judge about myself, but what I'm learning is that by looking even deeper at my human design and like my soul urge number and all of these cool tools to get to know ourselves better, I'm realizing that all of that is me. It's not something that I need to change about myself or that I need to do better. It's more about embracing who I am, what feels good in my body, what excites me, how do I naturally approach life, and what gifts do I have? And then using that to really just be present in what is. And from that place, I feel really excited. I feel really excited that maybe I am exactly where I'm meant to be. What if you asked yourself that? What if you told yourself that? I'm exactly where I'm meant to be right now. How would that feel in your body? Would your body relax a little bit? Would you have a little bit more spaciousness in your body? That's what happened for me when I told myself that actually I'm exactly where I'm meant to be right now. This gets to be the spot that I grow from. And we're always in the spot that we're growing from again and again and again, wherever you are. And when I get to another spot, I will be growing from there. And really, in each now moment, we are changing. We are a new version of ourselves. So, the overall message of this video to you and to myself is to remove the pressure and to radically reclaim your now moment and allow it to be perfect. Allow it to be good enough. And I don't mean that in like a Debbie Downer way of like you have to settle for this good enough. I mean, see the beauty in where you're at right now and all the choices that led you here. Take notice of what choices you're proud of that led you here. Even if they were untraditional, even if maybe your parents or society or friends wouldn't approve, do you approve? Because you're the one that has led you here. So why would it ever be not enough? I hope that this message was helpful for you, and I'll see you back here for day 2.